All right, what is up guys? JaretCampisi with the beautiful Christina K. Welcome back to the channel. I wish this was clickbait, but it is in fact true. I am selling my Lamborghini Streetfighter. But before we talk about why I'm selling that bike and all the details about that, I wanna give you guys one last chance. April 5th is your last chance to be signed up for the V2 Bayless. And if you sign up for the V2 Bayless until April 5th, you'll also be entered to win our brand new 2024 BMW M1000R. So you're getting entered for both bikes on my new and improved and updated Patreon page. So patreon.com/Campisi Customs. It's always the first link in the description below. Thank you, Christina. And that actually brings me to one of the main reasons why I'm selling this bike. I really want to focus on my brand and my business. And to be completely honest, as much as I absolutely love this bike, it's probably my second favorite bike, which is the reason why I'm keeping the Diavolo and not this one. I think that money could be better put towards something else, like maybe adding another build series bike to my giveaway series. We also have some family stuff coming up that we want to help out our families with money wise. So as much as I'd love to have this bike just chilling, hanging out in the garage, I wasn't expecting to go up in value as much as it did. So I really don't want to even be riding it, and that's why it only has 100 miles on it or something like that. So yeah, the main reason is I just think that I could take the money that I spent on this bike and maybe even get a little extra and put it towards something else that could do better for my business. And that's both of our main focuses right now in our lives, is growing our brands and our businesses. So yeah, the bike is for sale. I will put the Cycle Trader listing ad in the description below and as the first pinned comment. Everything's in there, the VIN, all the details about the whole bike, but I'm gonna also go over it right now just so you guys can see the bike in its current form. The only miles it's gonna get put on it is to take it over to Warhorse, which is where we're selling it through. So you guys can talk to me about any interest you have in the bike, make me offers, whatever. Once we agree on a price and a buyer, we're gonna go to Warhorse. And if you're local, you can meet me there, or if not, we can ship the bike. They're gonna do all of the paperwork there to keep everything safe for both parties involved and keep it nice and easy. They can even get you financing if you wanna finance it. I bought the bike with cash, so I have the title in hand, so that's all good to go. So that's it. So as far as the bike goes, it's a 2023 Ducati Streetfighter Lamborghini STO edition. So this is a collaboration between Ducati and Lamborghini, and this is their second time they ever did it. The first one was the Lamborghini Diavolo that I have sitting inside the garage. And I actually saw this bike for the first time over at in Italy at World Ducati Week. So I got to see this bike about 3 months before it was produced, and I got to give feedback on the project. So, and I actually ordered it there. And so this is a tough bike to get because you have to have done one of three things. One, you have to have purchased and kept the Lamborghini Diavolo 1260, which I have, or you have to have bought over $100,000 worth of new motorcycles from Ducati, or you had to own a Lamborghini Huracan STO. Those are the only three ways that you could be considered to purchase the bike. That doesn't mean you were guaranteed to get it. So like I said, when I was in Italy, I was lucky that they sent us over there, and obviously I've been making Ducati content. Actually, we have one of the largest Ducati dedicated audiences in the world. When I got to see the bike, and I got to talk to the head of sales for Ducati, I told him I wanted to get one. They actually sent an email out right away to make sure that my name was on the list, and I was lucky enough to get chosen to purchase it, which is crazy to think about. That's basically what all the major brands do: Ferrari, McLaren, Lamborghini. Once you get up to that like high-end exotic limited bike and car status, you basically have to like have a reputation with the brand, and that's what Ducati is starting to do. So these bikes are limited to 630 for the entire world. My bike is number 93, and I believe only 50 came to the US, and this was one of the first ones in the country to be delivered. So 93 is a very low number in the United States, which can make it more valuable. And basically, what is this bike? So it is a Ducati Streetfighter, basically V4S. So it has the 1103cc engine in it. It's 208 horsepower in stock form. If you put the Acura exhaust and up map, it's 220 horsepower. So it's insane amount of power. It has the electronic Öhlins EC2 smart electronic system. They also did black fork legs, which is one of the feedback pieces of feedback I gave them when I was over there. And then I also told them that they should match the shock, but they didn't listen to me there. So it is still a gold Öhlins shock, which is weird because they did a black shock on the Diavel, but for some reason they didn't match it on this one. Maybe because the electronic suspension has to come in gold, who knows. But yeah, it's a beautiful bike. The paint scheme is Verde Citrea green, and it's Arancio DAC red. So this is based on one of the Huracan STO launch edition colors, and hopefully the GoPro is picking up the flecking in the paint. It's actually gorgeous. Like, I'm not a huge fan of green, but this shade of green with the red looks absolutely incredible. So yeah, that's basically what it is. It's a styling exercise. So they took the Street Fighter, they took the STO, and they tried to make give parts of the STO to the Street Fighter. But it is Lamborghini paint codes. They had put a bunch of carbon fiber on this bike. The mud, and there's actually like parts that they made specifically for this bike. So the front mud hugger was designed with the Cofango hood of the Huracan STO in mind. I believe this part they redesigned, the intakes here. They even did these parts here to look like the fenders over the front wheels. They did the wheels to look like the wheels off the Huracan STO, which I think are a lot of people's favorite thing on this bike. They look super cool. The rear end they did to look like the slots on the back of the Huracan STO, which is awesome. And there's carbon fiber everywhere. Even the seat was done inspired in typical Lamborghini fashion, and I think it's like some type of suede or Alcantara, which looks really good. And then of course the paint scheme here on the tank, which is probably my favorite part of the bike. I just think it looks absolutely incredible right here with the Lamborghini logo. And then you got some aftermarket parts that they partnered with Rizoma to do, which is really cool. Even the key has a little Lamborghini logo on there, which is awesome. And then you also have your number on there as well, so 93 out of 630. And then actually if you start the bike up, well, I'll just turn the dash on. It has a special startup screen, which is really cool. It shows your number and the bike, and then you can see right there it has 106 miles. It will get a few more miles on it whenever I take it over to Warhorse to do the sale. Steering dampers on here, Öhlins electronic as well. And yeah, has all the rider modes, has tons of electronics. It's just basically like a Panigale or a V4S. All that is performance wise is the same. It does come with the Rizoma rear sets, which are really nice. I think these are $1,500 on their own if you order them for a different bike. It does have the dry clutch from STM. This is a very expensive modification. If you want to take a regular wet clutch and change it to a dry clutch, it's like $3,900, something ridiculous. And then they did the titanium Acra silencers, which are street legal. And the reason why I didn't really mod this bike is because I knew a few months ago that I was going to sell it, or at least I'm going to try to sell it. And then so I didn't want to modify it too much, especially because you don't always really get your money back for the modifications, and I didn't want to make it not street legal, which is exactly what I would have done with the exhaust. With the modifications that I did do, I did a tail tidy from NRC, which you can see right there from Moto Million, and then I did the snap-on front turn signals, which look amazing. These are also from NRC. And then I just removed the mirrors. I have all the stock parts, so they will be sent along with the bike. Oh, and I did the reflector delete up here with the TWM spacers in black. And that's it. I kept it really simple. And like I said, I have all the stock parts. What else do I have? It has 106 miles on it. It's never been down, never been in the rain. It's in perfect condition. Teens is wiping it down for us. And yeah, like I said, I'm gonna do the sale through Warhorse. So I listed it at 120,000. I honestly don't know what these are going for. I know when they first came out, some sold for 200,000 in the US. I don't think that they're selling for that anymore. But I'm listing at 120. Make me offers if you're interested, and we'll go from there. So I don't have to sell this bike. So if I don't get what I want to get out of it, then I'll probably just keep it. But if I can get a decent amount of money, at least more than what I paid for it, then yeah, I think that I can put that money somewhere else and it'll be better spent. But what do you think, teens? What do you think about this bike?
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful bike.
It's really nice, especially when it's in the sun.
Yeah, it looks,
It's a whole different
the
bike.
sparkle and the paint and everything, yes.
It's beautiful. It's definitely an eye catcher.
Yeah, I think it actually, I think it's one of my favorite Ducati bikes they've ever done. honestly. I would say this, my Lamborghini Diavolo, and the Super Leggera are probably my 3 favorite bikes Ducati's ever done.
I love the Diavolo.
Yeah, I love the Diavolo too, and honestly, I get more use out of it. The Diavolo was a lot cheaper. The stock price of these in the US were $68,000 plus taxes and fees. I think I spent like $75,000 on it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can almost buy 3 bikes for that amount, you know? So I feel like I can do something better with the money. As much as I'd love to have a collection, unfortunately, we don't have an unlimited amount of money. So I just think I can put the money somewhere else. So I'd rather see it go to a good home, a collection, or someone who wants to ride the bike and doesn't mind that it's super expensive. But for me, in my situation right now, the honest truth is it's too much money for one bike. So that's it. Bittersweet. We'll see what happens. Again, the Cycle Trader listing ad will be linked in the description below, and as the first pinned comment, the sale will go through Warhorse, so we don't have to worry about scams or fraud or any BS. And I think that's it. So don't forget about the giveaway. If you guys want to be entered for the V2, you have until April 5th to get signed up for that bike. And of course, if you sign up on Patreon right now, you'll also be entered for our BMW M1000R. So you're getting 2 for the price of 1, which is the first time we've ever been able to do that. Sorry, it's freezing out here and it's also windy. So
You got wiped out. You destroyed a lot
I'm
of
putting
bugs.
break-in miles on it.
Shit.
Yeah, I've been riding the shit out of that bike. Break it in. So that's it. So yeah, let me know if you guys are interested. You can hit me up. My email's on Cycle Trader. You can message me on Cycle Trader, or you can message me on Instagram at JaretCampisi. We're gonna stick to that for now, and then if we decide on a price and all that, then we can figure out a time to meet up or do the sale through Warhorse from there. So that's it. It's bittersweet, but I think that we can do some better stuff on the channel. So that's it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, give it a big old juicy thumbs up, subscribe for more, and we'll see you all in the next one. Peace.